What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Vegan bodybuilders. Yes, it can exist. Yes, you can be a good bodybuilder. You can maximize your gains while being a vegan. And I'm going to just go over some things to keep in mind as you are pursuing your endeavor, your hobby as a bodybuilder while adhering to your vegan lifestyle. Now, I have trained vegans before. I've coached vegans. I've coached competitive vegans, both enhanced and natural. And I have also known a lot of vegans, and I've been able to talk to them about what they need to supplement, about what they take, about how they augment their protein. See, some vegans believe that you don't need as much protein as people think they do. Now, me, I usually like, for competitive athletes, for bodybuilders, those who wish to maximize their lean mass, I like going by the rule of thumb of a gram per pound of body weight of protein per day. However, some vegans and some also trainers and coaches believe that less is just as effective. While I'm not going to debate that, I will give you different schools of thought and how to augment your protein as well as your branched-chain amino acid intake while maintaining, again, your vegan lifestyle, whether it's for ethical or dietary reasons or both. So I'm going to go over, some supplements that will aid in a vegan lifestyle due to some things that you're not getting from a meat-based diet. So number one, iron. Iron is a nutrient that vegans can and should supplement with based on their dietary intake. Excuse me. Creatine. Creatine will help tremendously because a lot of the sources of creatine are meat-based. Steak, things like that. So by supplementing with creatine, vegan bodybuilders will be able to achieve the same benefits that a meat-eating bodybuilder will achieve as far as ATP and all those wonderful benefits of creatine without eating meat. I believe creatine is a wonderful addition. Two I recommend, which are from vegan sources, would be Ethitech Nutrition Creatine as well as other Creapure brand creatines, such as HPN has one as well. And MTS Nutrition will have a Creapure coming out in the next couple weeks. So those are three to look at. Ethitech, HPN, and MTS have creatines. BCAA, branched-chain amino acids during training, come from vegan sources. Machine fuel comes from vegan sources. There's one, it's by Frank Medrano, which is a calisthenics guy, an amazing athlete. I'm going to recommend this one for vegans because it was designed by Frank, who's a vegan, and it is called Function BCAA. That is Frank Medrano's line. Might want to look into that. Again, it's vegan. While you're training, your body oxidizes BCAA. If you're on a lower protein vegan-based diet, I believe these can be exceptionally beneficial, which is why I'd recommend drinking them during training as a vegan. Also, if you like carbs during training, if you're bulking, there is Carb 10, which is by MTS Nutrition, which is something to look into. These are non-essential. I'm giving you things that might help your muscle growth process as a vegan bodybuilder and replace some of the nutrients you might not be getting that most bodybuilders are getting. Vitamin B12, something to look into. Magnesium, another one. So those are some things that vegans absolutely need. Now, not necessarily, there's most of those, like for example, the iron, the B12, magnesium, those are things that I would definitely recommend vegans get no matter what your goals are. Now, for augmenting your protein, there are some on the market that taste like absolute crap. However, you can get to your gram per pound of body weight per day with this stuff called HPN Pro Zero. Again, this is a vegan-friendly lean muscle protein. Let me read you the ingredient. Organic brown rice protein, organic pea protein, natural flavors, xanthan gum, lohan gum, which is a sweetener, stevia, guar gum, and rice bran. Now, the thing about this, it tastes fantastic. Here's the vanilla flavor I'm holding in my hand right now. It's whipped vanilla. That whipped vanilla. And I personally use this. I mix it with MTS Whey because I'm not a vegan. But on its own, it's absolutely fantastic. And they also add in that are not counting the protein. It's not amino spiked, but they add leucine in to make it more on par with a whey protein as far as the amino acid content. So this is an absolute wonderful shake per scoop. Now there's 25 scoops per 25 scoops in a container, 20 grams. So even if you get 60 grams of protein, that's 3 scoops a day, that's going to last you a good amount of time. So this is something to look into. I'll link it down below. It's Pro Zero. Another one, this is something you might want to look into for muscle endurance. That's NR. I like it for everybody. Again, that's something I'm not going to over promote it. If you want to look into NR, do it. But I don't want this to be an overly pimpy video. The thing about veganism is you can get protein. When you combine rice and beans, it forms a complete protein. There are many different ways to form complete proteins using plant-based protein sources. Just be sure to do that. Be sure to include those different sources. Don't just go with one source. And another thing is, if you're getting those protein sources and you're taking the BCAAs during training and you're taking the protein, the vegan-based protein like the Pro Zero, to augment, let's say even 2 scoops a day, that's 40 extra grams of protein. Let's assume your lean body mass is 160 grams. It's not going to be that hard to get an extra 100 grams of protein from plant sources. It's not. By the time you get rice and beans, you count the protein that's trace from, your other sources, your pastas, your whatever, you're going to be in a very, very, very good spot when it comes to making gains. So that's pretty much what we have here. We have a very, very, very simple way to augment your protein, to be a vegan, and to obtain bodybuilding goals. I don't think that you're going to have any deleterious ramifications from being a vegan, and I think you'll be able to make significant gains as a vegan if you adhere to simple bodybuilding principles. It's different food choices, that's it. And whether you're adhering to veganism for health reasons, which, you can argue that there are health benefits, or for ethical reasons, or for both, hopefully this helps you in making your decision on how to do it. But there is no reason why being a vegan should limit you from making gains. There are plenty of tools at your disposal, plenty of resources to make it happen. Again, we all can make gains. The only thing that's going to differ is our protein source. And luckily, with technology, we're able to increase our protein. And as far as macronutrients are concerned, any diet that is a macronutrient-based diet will work. This isn't the old school prep guys saying, yeah, you need to eat chicken at meal 1, chicken at meal 2, fish at meal 3. That's old school. That shit doesn't fly anymore. At the end of the day, if you hit your macronutrients, whether it's from plant-based proteins or food-based proteins, as long as you adhere to forming complete proteins, I don't think you're going to have one issue in making gains. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Best of luck, vegans. And if you have any questions, of course, email us. I'm Marc, M-A-R-C at TigerFitness.com, Marc at TigerFitness.com, because making gains and adhering to your ethical principles, that's not a gain.